Tri-mode probing, a feature only available from Tektronix, reduces setup time and expands your testing capabilities. With a single connection, a tri-mode probe can make differential, single-ended, or common mode measurements. To make these measurements, multiple probes and probe tip connections have been necessary in the past. Setting up all of these connections consumes much design time. In tight board locations, such as when doing DDR testing, using one probe connection to capture two signals saves valuable time and board space. With a tri-mode capable probe, you can quickly toggle through the probe's input modes to satisfy all of your serial data connection requirements with only one probe tip connected. With a tri-mode probe, the two inputs to the probe could either be a differential signal pair or two single-ended signals. For example, if you need to make a differential measurement, simply select the AB input mode located on the tri-mode probe from Tektronix. To make a single-ended measurement on a Tektronix tri-mode probe, simply push the input mode button to select either A ground or B ground. Here's the A side connection. Now let's toggle to the B side connection. Here's an example of a common mode signal, which has always required two separate probes and two separate probe connections. When validating serial data specifications, one will constantly be switching back and forth between all the required measurements. Moving the probe to a different connection or adding and removing probes to make a different measurement is very time-consuming and frustrating. Tri-mode probes from Tektronix conveniently allow the user to quickly toggle between all of the required measurements. Let's take a look at a typical debugging challenge using an incorrectly terminated transmission line. Notice that the differential signal shows severe distortion due to bad reflections. The fault on this line can easily be isolated to one of the probe inputs by cycling through the tri-mode probe's input modes. First, we toggle to the A side connection where the signal appears to be correct. Now let's toggle to the B side connection. At this input, it is determined that the signal waveform shape is not correct, and we can conclude that the error resides at this input. When evaluating the true performance of your measurement system, it is important to consider high-performance probing as part of the solution. In addition to its superior bandwidth performance up to 20 GHz, the Tektronix P75 series tri-mode probes provide you time and cost-saving benefits which maximize the total performance of your measurement system.